Come into Alive on Purpose. I'm John Briggs, your host, and I just want to thank you for showing up today. Spend a few minutes to hear me talk about how the brain will gravitate toward what's familiar, you know, and whether that's an abusive relationship, the old neighborhood, right? Old behaviors, patterns, old bad habits, okay? And recognizing these things is just the beginning of change, healthy change. Now, for someone coming out of prison, leaving a high controlled group, or escaping an abusive relationship, right, and a toxic workplace, whatever, it's like being released from a cage. But the cage was all you knew. And that's the part that nobody tells you. See, freedom isn't always comforting, is it? Sometimes freedom is terrifying. You step into the world thinking you'll feel like relief, but what you feel is confusion, anxiety, and a strange urge to go back to what hurt you. Why? Because the brain doesn't crave what's healthy, it craves what's familiar. Let me tell you something real about myself. Okay? When I stepped out of prison, I had just spent 8 months and 2 days in solitary confinement. No human contact, 4 walls, and more bad stuff. But when I came home, you'd think I would have wanted to stretch out, feel, go shopping, walk the streets, whatever, go visit, go play some pool. Nope. You know what happened? My bedroom, that small confined space, became my escape, my safe place. Why? Because it was familiar. That little room reminded my brain of the cell I had just come from. It felt controlled, predictable, and my nervous system said, yes, this feels right. Even though I'd lay in bed for days. And that was not right. I was very wrong. Not healthy at all. See, that's the trap. The brain doesn't care if something is toxic. It just asks, do I recognize this? And if the answer is yes, it pulls you toward it, doesn't it? Does that sound familiar? Here's the shift. Once you realize that pull toward the familiar, you gain power over it. You can stop and ask, wait, is this safe? Or is this just something I've known for so long that it feels like home? Okay? That moment of awareness is a turning point. It's the crack in the cycle. You can catch yourself before slipping back into survival mode. Okay? Before going back to the old behaviors, old environments, old identities. Okay? You're not weak. You're human. But you don't have to be driven by yesterday's programming, do you? All right? So how do we move forward? You build a new normal. You train your brain to feel safe in unfamiliar places. Okay? And start simple. Create small routines that bring you peace, not panic. All right? Let healthy relationships feel awkward at first because they will. That's just how it goes. Don't run from boredom. Sometimes that's just what peace feels like when you're used to chaos, right? Practice choosing what's good for you, even if it doesn't feel good at first. So you see, every time you do that, every time you sit with the discomfort of growth, you're rewiring your brain. You're telling yourself, I don't live in that cell anymore. I don't belong to that system anymore. I'm not in that relationship anymore, and I don't need to shrink to feel safe. Okay? Leaving prison, leaving a high control group, leaving an abusive relationship, those are massive steps. But the real battle begins after you get out, right? The real transformation. You will feel the pull to go back, not because it was good, but because it was known. And if you can remember that familiar doesn't equal safe, you can begin to break that cycle. Okay? You are not who they said. You are not where you came from, and you don't have to go back. Freedom is a process. And every time you choose growth over comfort, you're stepping deeper into it. Okay? I'm John Briggs, transformational resilience coach, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here today. you add value to me. Please share my content for anybody that you think could, get something out of it and improve their lives, and maybe shift their perspective in ways that better serve them and the people they love. I love you all very much. Appreciate you. You have a wonderful day.